It is. Hi. I'm so happy. I'm back. So, hi, baby girl. I love you. You're amazing. I don't say this enough. I say it all the time, but I don't say it enough. That's the other fucking thing I'm sad isn't here yet. I just realized that. So, but okay. Behind the scenes. Why does my arm hurt? Behind the scenes, number one, bed bugs are the things that a Nazi's wet dream is made of. Like, they're the worst fucking thing on this planet. I don't get. This is completely random. It's not actually. But it's unexpected. Point is, fuck those creatures. I don't hate anything living on this earth. I don't wish any horrible demise upon any creature. They're all beautiful in their own right. They're just trying to live their best life, but also fuck those things. I cannot express my undying hatred for those creatures. I'm sorry. I'm not proud of it. But fuck them. Anyway, that's random. The other thing I was trying to say, the other thing I was trying to say to you, was basically that, number one, this was not what I had planned to record tonight. I had actually planned to record Grisaia tomorrow, but there was a funny little thing that happened. I sat down to record the last 2 episodes of Steins Gate, and I was like, well, and I just changed my shirt, because the other shirt I was wearing, which I was wearing in fucking Made in Abyss, I was like, I want to look just a little extra good today when I record my Steins Gate, because it's my favorite, and it's so good, and I love it, and I want to have a shirt that actually fucking fits, because I wore that fucking Green Lantern shirt once at a pool, and it fucking stretched out and got ruined. So it doesn't fucking fit me. Even as a fat fuck, it still doesn't fit me. Which isn't great. But yeah, so I basically that happened, and so I was like, I'll swap my shirt. That'll be nice. So I decided to do that, and I swapped this one here. And I sat down to record Steins Gate, and when I did, I was like, hey, that's a damn shame that fucking. I just bought a Suzuha shirt. That would have been great to wear for the finale. Suzuha's my favorite character. That'd be awesome to have this bitchin' ass fucking Suzuha shirt for the final episode of goddamn Steins Gate. At least the Steins Gate proper anyway. There's still like an OVA I need to do, and obviously you fucking Steins Gate 0, and there's a movie. Oh my god. But like I like that would be great. Well, it's a shame I can't do that, because it's probably like still in like Colorado or some shit, so it's not gonna be delivered for. It's fucking at the post office right goddamn now. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna put off Steins Gate for 1 day so that the goddamn thing gets delivered here in the morning in a couple hours, and I'm gonna fucking wear it in that goddamn finale episodes, because I'm an idiot and I think that's how it needs to be done. Because fuck logic, style. Anyways, there's that. Also, I bought something related to Grisaia and a very specific best of all of the girls ever. It's a complicated thing. But I was thinking about it because, again, bed. Again, no reason for my hatred earlier. Fuck, I hate him. Point is, in the next episode or two, because I was just looking that up in the background, and it apparently was delivered, it is made its way into the country. There's a very specific Mich-related item showing up here pretty soon, which is... That's that final push to just fucking weirdo. I say that with love, because I know good people who own this kind of product. And they're the shit. But also, it's ridiculous, but also it's great. So here in the next bit, just because I was thinking about the Suzuha shirt, and I was like, well, I wonder where my special Grisaia package is. It's in the country, but it's not here yet. So here soon, hopefully, I'll have it to make myself look like a bigger jackass on the internet. It'll be fucking great. Anyway, hi guys, it's been a time. It's good to see you. Last episode was a bit hard on the heart. So was the one before it. But it was also really great too. Cause I love Michiru, and she's great. And I don't know. In a lot of ways, it's a complicated thing. And I talked about it in the Discord, with the man's Jeff, the one who fucking spoiled the goddamn siege. I can't let him live that one down. Anyway, I was talking to him about it, and because he was very interested to get my opinions, because again, he was the one who, recommended the game and the series as a whole to me in the first place. But yeah, no, like he was curious to see what I was thinking. I don't know. It's a complicated thing. The whole, man. It really is. It's because I love this character so much, and she's in a bad way. Again, from what I think, it's been explained enough to the point where it's safe to say completely that, again, some shit happened in her past. To what extent, I don't know exactly. Please, God, just don't be to the extent that I know it could be. Because of spoilers, don't be that. Anything but that. That's not anything. But just not that, too. Point is, she's obviously had a very bad time. And whatever it has been, obviously, you can make guesses because, again, whenever the topic of best friends in particular gets brought up, that seems to be one of the biggest catalysts for her losing. It's the thing we've seen her lose her composure and start to have a panic attack. Again, that's what I'm gathering from it anyway. Start to have panic attacks about is when that topic gets brought up. To exactly what that means, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure how much of, it's complicated because I'm not 100% sure still why she has, I can gather why she has her two different sides of herself, why she has the very clear, I guess I should kind of say three sides, and that's part of the thing I don't get yet, but the two most obvious sides, the kind of dumb fucking sweetheart who's a nerd and a fucking loser and I love her to death and she's a fucking fake tsundere, and the real Mich that I know and love and fell in love with in the first place, and then there's the other version that we minted it, Mich 2, I believe. Mich 2. That was what I ended up going with in Discord. Yes. Fucking Michiru over here. But yeah, we kind of managed to figure out exactly why, or at least, again, I think we know why that is the way it is. And again, obviously something went wrong, and whatever it was enough to fuck her up to the point where she could not fucking handle it. And presumably she, made that other version of herself, not intentionally, obviously, because she's fucking terrified of how she's just fucking losing parts of her goddamn days and shit. Which, again, we talked about at length on why I don't like that shit. But, like, I think it's fairly safe to say that, again, she ended up kind of creating that side of herself to protect herself from, some shit. And I don't know fully how it started, what brought it up, but I at least know kind of, I think, again. I always have to say I think, because I don't know 100% for sure, even when they spent a decent chunk of last episode trying to explain it to me. And again, I think I have it down. But again, I don't know the catalyst for it. I don't know why it started. I don't know. Again, obviously, again, seems to have something to do with the concept of best friends, obviously. Or at least it's safe to say that that's a part of it. Whether that means she ended up losing someone who really, really mattered to her, or fucking worse, someone who mattered to her ended up, I don't know, changing or being some sort of terrible, terrible person. I don't 100% know. Obviously, I would know if I played the fucking game. Like, I don't know, it's a thing. But yeah, the thing that I wanted to talk about is I still don't fully understand the fake tsundere thing, though. Because obviously, like, when we meet her in the last episode, when we meet her in the morning, she doesn't, like, they flat out even say, hey, you're not wearing your fake tsundere face, and she's like, nah, I didn't put it on yet. Like, that is also very clearly a fake side of her, but that one is obviously very intentional in ways. That's something she's choosing to put on. It's presumably why she dyed her hair blonde, and, you know, why she's going through all this shit. Is you have the side of her that seems to be a very unintentional, you know, unconscious, I guess would be the way to put it, reaction that her brain is doing to hide her away from her problems. But then there's this side that seems to be very, very intentionally changing who she is. And I'm curious to know why. Because again, it's cute, it's funny, it's a fake tsundere thing, ha ha ha. But I would have to imagine there's a reason for that. Admittedly, there doesn't necessarily have to be. She could just be a fucking weirdo. But I don't think that's the case. She's a weirdo. But I think there's reasons for it. And that's one of the things I'm still very curious to understand. So those are the two of the biggest things there is, obviously, again, what started her on this path where she fucking loses parts of her day, when she fucking, you know, swaps personalities, when she becomes a completely different person. Again, very seemingly to hide herself away, to protect herself, to take care of herself when she can't, which doesn't make any sense, but it does kind of a little bit. Also, I was talking about this and other stuff. I won't go into specifics to shows if no one's familiar with exactly which shows, but like, what the fuck is with the common occurrences with, like, there's always like shit being shared between shows that I don't like. Like, oh, here's a series about this shit, and here's a series about this shit, and then they both randomly at one point start getting into the topic of, oh, here's some sort of like blocking out pain and memories and cutting off parts of yourself to save yourself, and here's this, and here's this horrible weird shit that doesn't make any sense. It's some weird fucking you know, supernaturally shit here, and then there's this other show which does a very similar thing the same exact way, and you're like, what the fuck is... Stop it. It was bad enough once, don't do it to me again. Again, won't go into specifics. But yeah, just fucking irritating, because it's hard to deal with once. Don't make me do it again. But yeah, so those are the two big things I think at this point I really want to figure out. I want to see why she... I guess I could make a bit of a guess as to the fake tsundere thing. But again, she's weirdly very performs, like even in this moment here, like just looking at that picture, just look at that image right there. It's her being fucking out there and performing in front of everybody. When she's in her fake tsundere mode, she's very out there. So that kind of goes against what I was just gonna say, which was like, well, again, if she's in ways trying to protect herself from relationships in some way, friendships and interactions because of presumably something that hurt her in the past pertaining to that, whether again it was losing someone or someone turning out to be a horrible fucking piece of shit, or whatever the case. Like, please don't go that route. Anyway, but the debate in my head is horrible. But a part of me was wondering, well, then is the fake tsundere thing a more intentional reaction to the same idea? Potentially, is it to like keep people away because you're this, or to perhaps do the opposite in ways to gain affection from people because people like tsunderes, or like I don't know. And it's something I want to find out. As of right now, I guess that's kind of where I'm guessing things are at this point. Either the fake tsundere thing is a way to gain affection or keep it away. But again, the keep it away thing doesn't fully work in my head anymore because, again, she's very interactive when she's got that face on. It seems she's much more just kind of docile and depressed and upset when she's not having that. Like, it does seem like she very much puts on a fake smile. And to a certain extent, a lot of the time she does seem to be genuinely fucking happy. Again, just kind of a dumb, adorable, perfect sweetheart. But again, other times it does seem like she's really having a rough time, and I don't know. It's just a difficult thing, you know? And again, just because I care, and I want to see her in her best possible way. And that's hard, because I got probably a lot of game, and there's like 2 fucking sequels, even if they're like after story things. I don't even know, man. And then there's the spin-offs, but those just look fun, but that could be a horrible lie. All I do know is the Steam Summer Sale was going on. I was looking through Steam, saw the Grisaia collection on there. Guess what I saw? I saw my fucking girl as the fucking thumbnail for it. That's right, bitch. Michiru is the fucking picture that they show for fucking advertising Grisaia. Fuck yes. If it was anything else, it would be just wrong. I love you, Amine, but it's true. Also, it's like $50 right now for the whole goddamn thing. I was considering picking it up, but then I was like, oh, that's not gonna be the unrated version. But I might do it anyway just because I love it. I'll double support this bitch. I'll do it. Point is, yeah, I guess I probably don't have too much more to say other than that. One thing I can say is I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who was being supportive last week. I was glad I was able to get 2 episodes out. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Again, I really enjoyed them. Those sorts of episodes, even when they do hurt a bit, are some of my absolute favorites. Like the one on the cliffside by the ocean or whatever, like it obviously really hurt. It was the first one I really started to kind of fucking cry and not take it very well. Again, because I do not fucking handle the concept of death, and y'all had to be talking about it. I don't do that well. But you know, like it was a really hard one for me to deal with, but it was also one of my absolute favorites. And it's hard to say, like, these Mich-centric fucking episodes when we're on her route. It's all Mich-centric. But I don't know. It's just, they're some of my favorite things. And to see that you guys are still so fucking supportive and awesome and sweet and amazing in every single episode means the world to me. And it always means the world to me to see people sharing in the love of, again, my fucking favorite character. I don't know why I just absolutely fucking fell in love with her immediately. When I went through the whole fucking channel, and I still have a few more to go, but like I've been going through the whole fucking channel and redoing links in descriptions and shit for like the Discord, and to making sure everything has playlists, because so many fucking series I just never got the fucking playlist started and linked into the fucking videos. It's a fucking miracle anyone knows any goddamn playlists exist. Point is, so I've been going through and doing that the past day or two, because it fucking takes forever. There's 627 fucking videos on the channel as of the time recording this. What? Like, I've been going through and doing that, and obviously it managed to be a fucking huge goddamn trip down memory lane. Like, I got to go back through and look at all the fucking Katawa Shoujo thumbnails and shit, like, holy, I remember, oh, fuck, oh, that's why this game is my fucking, like, second favorite game of all time. And I'm still not there with this, at this point. You're still the best character, period. But like, I've been going through all those and getting such memories, seeing that, and fucking Soul Silver, and fucking some memories I'm not a fan of, whether because I was a shitty fucking YouTuber and I'm not good now, but like because it was such shit in the beginning, or because you know, going through, I fucking found things like just references to shit I was not, I don't like now. And I don't mean like, well, I'm not a fan, like just, oh, I made this fun reference to this person who turned out to be a fucking scumbag, horrible person. Awesome. I'm really glad that's in my title of my video. Fuck. So it's not in the title anymore. But like, good memories and bad memories. But again, I went through a lot of those, and one of the ones in particular is when I finally got to the Grisaia videos, and I got to episode 2, and I saw like, holy shit. So, like, that feels so fucking long ago, and to an extent, it was a decent fucking amount of time ago, because again, especially since when the series first started, it took me fucking forever to get going on it. Like, it was episode 1, episode 2, and there was like a month fucking break, and then it slowly was getting through the next couple, and then we did a little break again, and then it kind of fucking picked up, and I started to really fall in love with it, and became, well, I fell in love with Mich, and that made me fall in love with it. So I just kind of started burning through the series a bit harder. We're still going slow, but significantly faster than we were. But like, I remember when we got to that episode and I saw that fucking second episode thumbnail and her practicing her fucking fake tsundere in the very first time we see her, and I immediately remember, like, I fell in love with her instantly, dude. And I don't, it's always been a really interesting thing for me when it comes to characters I fall in love with, because a lot of the time I'm not 100% sure. I like to think that I do, because I always actually sit down and be like, well, okay, exactly what is it that makes me care about this character? And if it's very possible I've even brought it up in this series before. I know I've at least brought it up in reference to people like Ichigo and stuff like that in the past. Again, I'm not 100% sure if it was this series or not. It probably was. So it's a waste of time. But like, going back and thinking about it, it's always interesting, because obviously I tend to lean towards characters that don't always get as much love, and are kind of more outcasty than others. Like, most of the time, if you'll notice, especially as of late, just look at the 2 of the series we have running right now with Hyoka and fucking Yorlai, which just started, and I immediately fucking gravitated towards the fairly obviously second, nowhere near as popular as the insanely fucking popular other girls, the Ero Chitandas, the fucking Kaoris. Always fucks me up when you're a Kaori too, because I'm like, fucking Mich is VA. But like, but yeah, like, those 2, 02 and Ichigo for that case, like, I tend to lean towards those, the childhood friends, the ones who you can fairly be safe to assume, not spoiling anything, probably ain't gonna be winning no affection. Oh, fuck. I'm not ready if that's how that goes, but it will. It always does. Damn it, it's anime. What is the deal with anime never giving any love to those kids? I'm sorry. I mean, that's another tangent. Wait, what the fuck do you have against goddamn childhood best friend? Anyway, point is, just anime. Fuck you. Point is, there's that. But like, I tend to gravitate towards those people a lot, and I'm never 100% sure why. Because I think it's, in a lot of ways, I tend to gravitate towards a few different things in characters. One, it's people who are very talented, people who are very driven, and obviously those other, more popular characters can obviously very much fall into those categories. But I think those lesser appreciated characters tend to do that just as much, if not even more sometimes. Like, I know it's a lot of the reason I kind of fell in love with Ichigo the way I did. But it tends to be shit like that. And it's also things I noticed I fall in love with people in real life too. And that always works historically well for me. Oh God. But like, that's one of the big things. And I tend to very often fall in love with the person who doesn't get as much love, who doesn't get appreciated, who tends to, again, lose. I fall in love with the losers, the people who need people, And it's not necessarily fair to say that they need someone else. Again, we've talked about it plenty of times. I talked about it last episode. I talked about it earlier on in the series, and it's the thing that, again, I love about Kato Shoujo in so many ways, is the idea of how much, like, you don't need to fix people. They don't need you to fix them, but some people just need help. And I tend to care about those people a lot. Again, because I guess I think I'm a very empathetic person. When I see someone who's obviously having a bad time, I want to make them happy. Again, it's why I do this. It's why when the first person who ever told me, hey man, you helped me get through the nights after work that just suck, and I can just sit down and fucking chill and smile and have a good time, it's great. And I fucking broke down weeping like a bitch baby. Like, it's that kind of shit is something I really, really care about. Again, it's something I really appreciated about Amane earlier on. I know I definitely talked about that. It's one of those things where, like, when someone is in a bad way, when someone is having a difficult time, when someone is someone who just doesn't always win, I want to be there to root them on. I want to be able to, and again, I think to a certain extent it's kind of a selfish thing, and I think I even mentioned that before. Like, I think it's kind of a selfish thing, but it's the way I am. I want to be the fucking cheerleader. I want to be the person to be there to give someone a smile. I want to be the person to be there to help someone out, to pick someone up when they're down, to pat them on the back, to give them a shoulder to cry on, to give them an extra fucking leg if they need something to stand on. Like, that's the kind of person that I am. And I get, to a certain extent, I think that's something that I got from Michiru. And it might be, it sounds terrible. It might kind of be, because she's kind of dumb. Like, I don't know. And again, it's even thinking about characters who aren't dumb or in vast needs of assistance, but again, those characters that take a back seat in a lot of ways. Like, I think Kaguya-sama, which we just watched fairly recently, and I really enjoyed. If you haven't seen the show, it's fucking great. I also immediately fucking fell in love with Chika. Chika's the shit. She's the greatest. Within reason. But she's fucking fantastic. Like, and because she's such a fucking fun individual in a lot of ways, and I think that's the third big thing, is someone who is just fucking, in ways, kind of, and it's weird because they kind of counteract each other in a lot of ways, but you have the driven, you have the person who needs help, and you have the person who just kind of loves life in a way, who just is fun, who, is just a fucking weirdo and having a good time. Because I think a lot of those things I see in myself. That sounds fucking really petty on that first one, because I'm like, someone who's driven, talented, and hardworking. Like, not so much that, but someone who either really, really needs help or someone who really, really has that, you know, fun energy and joy and charisma to them. And again, those sound like those are two, if you don't think about it, those two things can sound incredibly fucking distant from each other. They can sound like complete, utter opposites. But someone who knows what my fucking brain is knows that that's not the case. You can have those two people who really need fucking help and who still are that way, who are that really happy, fun, ridiculous people. And I think in a lot of ways that's kind of one of the reasons I fell in love with Mich. Beyond her just being fucking adorable. But like, she's a fucking sweetheart. And she's a weirdo, and she's a goof, and she takes shit way too fucking seriously, but also not seriously at all, because she's weird, and she's kind of dumb, and I love her. And again, I think it's the other reason why Amane is my favorite. And again, like, I love Sachi, and I know there was a little while back I was even like, well, Sachi's man might even be taking my second. I don't think so. I think, given time to think about it, I still do put Amane above her. And it's still very possible that'll change. Again, we're still only so far into the series, but like, again, I think that's part of the reason I appreciate Amane as much as I do, is because she falls into a lot of those categories as well. She's a fucking, she's got a good head on her, she's got a good spirit, she fucking cares about other people, obviously. She's a fucking weirdo in her own right, like, again, her shit with the driving, she's a goddamn lunatic. But again, she obviously very much cares for people, and she's driven, she's a grown-ass fucking woman. Like, I don't know, it's, I think that is part of the reason why I appreciate those two characters as much as I do, and why I kind of fell in love with Michiru as much as I did. But even then, it feels like I don't really know why. I can't really put my finger on it beyond the fact that I just kind of love her. And it only just now occurred to me, I've been talking for 30 fucking minutes. We haven't clicked the mouse once. So we're gonna have a extra just discussion video of Grisaia this week. I am actually going to make a video that is 95% intro. I'm gonna do it. That feels so good personally in a certain way, and in like a really shitty way, because we've been talking about things like people who skip my intros a lot. Ooh. Oh, that's a fuck you to them. Okay. I'm sorry I've been talking for so long. But I know, I wanted to go over things. Kind of, and I guess that's kind of what it is. It's kind of a recap-y, just thinking things through a bit. Obviously, there's very little of relevance that's just that I've wasted 30 minutes of your life. But I've officially topped my intro record. Sorry, Suzuha, I love you. I got a shirt of yours coming. It should be here tomorrow. It should be here today, even. But yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I'll finish up with that. I love Michiru and I don't know why. I want to know why she's a fake tsundere. I think I know why she has her brain thing the way she do. And I have a Mich body pillow coming in the mail. Sadly, it wasn't even the one that I wanted most of all, too, because fucking everything is sold out. Which means someone's giving her love, and I appreciate that. But also, there's never enough fucking Michiru merchandise. God damn it, front wing, hook a brother up. Damn it. But anyway, yeah, so there's all that. That was the full extent of what we got through. 30 goddamn. Okay. So there's that. Might as well talk. You know what? That's what this is. This really will just be an intro video. So yeah, there's that. How about we talk about shit that's going on the channel? I don't remember. Did I mention that we're doing Bloom Into You? We're doing Bloom Into You. I don't know if I talked about it, but that's what we're gonna bloom into do. Yeah, so that was that. There was also another thing that I talked about at the end of Made in Abyss earlier with the fucking... I can't believe I just sat here for... Okay. Yeah, so again, I was going through all of my stuff earlier on the channel and filling out descriptions and shit like that and piecing everything together and fixing everything up. And when I did that, I also noticed that there's the premiere feature, something that's always forget about that YouTube has, because why would I give a shit? But also, I was randomly thinking about it. I was like, well, that could be an interesting to fuck around with. As time has gone on, we went into discussing it more and more, how it, to be honest, it's not nearly as is an interesting an idea as I originally thought it was going to be, especially when it comes to reaction videos in particular. Maybe it wouldn't be as bad with the Grisaia stuff, or with video game videos, probably not great either. But again, honestly, I think the only things it would kind of work for would be the Ruby stuff or other Rooster Teeth reaction things, because again, I can put the picture and video in the fucking video, so you don't have to sync it. Still gotta put up with my intros, because again, fuck you people, apparently. God damn it. But yeah, so I was considering messing around with that. I still don't know about it. The more and more I think about it, especially with things like with syncing, which was the big thing that someone mentioned to me, and I was like, fuck, I didn't think about that. That's a huge issue. I don't know. So it's probably not something we'll fuck around with. But I had been curious to get other people's opinions on the idea, if they thought doing YouTube premieres for anything would be worth checking out or something like that. Probably not really. Again, maybe it'd even work better for these, but probably not much better. And the only reason it would be because you don't have to sync. Yeah, so that was something, I guess. And I think I've discussed about how I'm handling whittling stuff down on the schedule to make more room for video game and voice acting stuff. I think I did. I feel like maybe I would have noticed more if I had done this, especially since the voice acting thing potentially has a role to play in Grisaia and visual novel-y stuff, but Grisaia as well, in a ways, because like I said, once we start finishing up these next few series reaction-wise, I want to slowly be trimming them down so that I can make more time for more video game stuff. Fire Emblem Three Houses, Pokemon Sword and Shield, shit like that. But along with that, I also want to make room for things like my voice acting stuff, whether it be, just actual voice acting itself, or more the creation of projects, directing, editing, shit like that. Because there's a lot of things out there that I really care about that you just don't get love, and I want to see them get the love, or someone tries and then they give up, and I don't want to see that happen anymore. I've seen people try to start a fucking dub for Kadowa Shoujo like 4 fucking times, and they fail every time, and I'm like, god damn it. Let me do it. Yeah, there's a couple projects I'd like to work on, in that vein, and like, I would love to see, Doki Doki Literature Club get some dub love. And again, if I had to be the one to do it, I would be willing to do that, and I would be willing to try and learn how to do it and to make it happen, but I don't have time, and that's where the trimming down of stuff comes in, is having time to be able to work on projects that I really care about like that. So I think that's what I want to do. And again, like I was saying, those two are two in particular I'd really like to see happen. But potentially, I'd like to see something like that happen with Grisaia too. obviously there's some issues with that, being that I love Michiru's voice more than life itself. So there's that. But like, I don't know. Those kind of things are things I'd like to see happen, and they don't always work out, or they don't ever really start. And I want to see those things happen. And again, if I can be the one to make that happen, then that would make me very fucking happy. But obviously that would require a lot of work and time. So that's something I need to get my hands on. And that, and just other like anime related projects and things. Like, again, I would love to be able to bring things like not necessarily the review cap back, but there was a series that I wanted to do forever ago. Started all the way back with fucking Your Name, of all things. Like, that's fucking literally goddamn fucking forever ago. Yes, literally forever. But like so goddamn long ago that I wanted to see it happen, and I never got it started because I'm fucking terrible at, like, I'm pretty proud of what I can do with fiction, writing analytically or in fucking conversation and shit. I don't know if you've seen the review caps, but I can't do that well. That, and whenever I read it from a script, I sound like a fucking robot. The worst. Anyway, can't tell if it's better to sound like a robot or a fucking idiot. But yeah, so there's things that I would very much like to see start happening, but I obviously need to whittle things down. I have zero intention of whittling down Grisaia because it's fucking Grisaia. But reaction-y stuff as we start finishing things up, that's what I want to do. But yeah, there's things that I want to see happen, and Grisaia potentially again would be one of those things. Obviously though, that would take a few things in particular. Number one, should probably finish the fucking game first. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, stuff I'm looking into. There's the chant for, oh, damn it. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else I can say beyond that, to prolong this any longer. I am going to go ahead and play through this one little scene, and then I'm going to call the app. Should I do that, or should I literally just end it here so that people aren't pissed and know that they can just skip the whole episode? I might do that, because otherwise people are going to be extra upset. So one person will laugh, and that one person who will laugh will be me. But then there will be one other person who will laugh, and that'll be cool. Here's what I'll do. Okay. And now the episode starts. Oh, look at your smile. Okay, guys, I think that's where I'm going to end the episode. I have to go do my laundry. Sorry. Oh, it's not funny, but it's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. I'd like to thank you all so much. If anyone sat through that, you are the fucking championest of champions, whoever champion. You are the fucking Michirus of my audience. If you fucking sat through the whole thing, I am dead serious. You are officially part of Mich Squad. I will make sure you are officially listed as a part of Mich Squad. You are a fucking honorary lemon of my heart. Cause fucking headache. I'm so sorry. Yeah. This is just gonna be a weird extra bonus episode. Hopefully I can get 2 done throughout the week of actual episodes, so it's not this and then just one. That would be dumb. I'm so sorry, guys. I really didn't think I was talking for that long. But I was. It's gonna be interesting to clock in. I suppose that'd probably put us about 43 minutes then, huh? Thank you guys so much for watching. I honestly, legitimately do love you guys and appreciate you. Next episode, we will not have an intro longer than a minute, I promise, because I won't fucking make you do that again. I'm so sorry. I love you. Goodbye. How do I put that so that people aren't gonna get so mad at me? Do I put it in the title? Maybe I entitle it episode 56, the one you can actually factually just skip. And then in the topic script, no, like legit, no, you can literally skip it. I'm serious. I read a single line of dialogue. And I didn't even read it. Michiru. The one with one. That's what I'll call it. The one with a single line of dialogue. Anyway, I'm gone. Bye. Thank you guys so much. I'm legit sorry. Also, not, but only this small amount. Anyway, bye. I love you, smooches. Holy fucking shit.